Okay, I have KJ Lewis, Malik Mack, and head coach Ed Cooley. We'll let coach open with a statement and we'll move on to questions.
First, I want to thank our crowd. You know, the energy really helped us. The players talked about that. Really appreciate the DMV. Our students were unbelievable. You know, that's the energy that we were looking for and hoping for. I definitely think they were a key factor with the win, the energy that they were able to provide. So I really appreciate them showing up and giving us all the love. And I thought our players responded by what we did in particular in the second half. We knew coming into the game, Ronell does an unbelievable job keeping us off balance with his ball screen coverage, zone, token pressure up top to get the ball out of Malik's hands early. I don't think we played well in the first half yet. I thought we responded with our chemistry, with our know-how. And as we talked about, and I continue to talk about this, the lead up to this game started in the summertime. Playing a very competitive Canada trip, very competitive exhibition games, 2 games, going to Maryland. So able to play against high-level competition that prepared us for what we just played an NCAA tournament team. That team is worthy of being a tournament team. They're hard to guard. Their bigs can shoot. They have multiple defenders, very disciplined defensively. It's a great win, not just for Georgetown, but a really good win for the Big East. As you know, the non-conference hasn't been as good early to us, so hopefully this again could set the tone for today to try to get a Big East sweep with the rest of the teams that are going to play today. But I thought these 2 guys once again carried us. I thought we had some really big shots made by other players. I thought we made free throws when we had to, and I can't tell how proud I am of the group to come out with a win like this.
So open with Patrick Stevens.
Hi, Patrick.
I had the foul trouble that you guys navigated throughout the game. What were kind of the challenges inherent to deciding when to use certain guys, and how important and how effective did you think you guys were in navigating that, especially given the fact you were able to get downhill even if you didn't have as much imposing offensive options inside at that point?
The difficult thing, and thank God we have a week off from now until next Saturday, is we had lineups out there not anticipating that level of fouls, and at the same time with Jay Fort and Seal, this is the first year they're playing, and as much as you want to give them more opportunity, you get a little nervous. I mean, you're playing against, they had 2 fifth-year, 6-year seniors, they had 2 seniors on the floor, junior. They had a very experienced group going against our inexperience, and it showed. It definitely showed. So I thought our staff did a really good job shuffling guys in and out in order to keep us close. And then, these 2 guys were able to get us over the hump with what they were able to do with the ball, in particular in the full court. So I think it's a credit to the staff for what we were able to do, transitioning guys in and out of the lineup.
Ed and KJ, if you want to follow up on this, one of the things Brad mentioned is that you guys just have so much in. A lot of that's a function of having done the Canada trip over the summer. Do you feel like you're further ahead than maybe a normal team would be, and how much of an advantage is that at this stage of the season?
You asking me the coach?
Both of you.
You can answer it, baby.
I think the Canada trip was good for the collective as a group to come together. We had a bunch of transfers come in, and we had some returners. So just to have that that trip to gel and to play with each other besides practice was great. And then obviously the team chemistry off the court grew a lot, based off what we did in Canada. And I mean, I wouldn't say we're ahead of everybody. I think we're really prepared, and we're getting more comfortable playing with each other as the year goes on.
I would echo that, and I think this is why I think we need summer basketball here in the United States. I do think we're further along than any team I've coached since I've been here with respect to having end game situations in zone, man, sideline, baseline, quick 2s, easy 3s, quick layups. Those things were all instilled this summer. And had we not done that, what we did to go over to Canada, up to Canada, I should say, I don't know if we're further along. So it is, as much as he may not feel it, we the coaches know exactly where we are, and we need summer basketball in the United States. If we do that, I think college basketball in its transition stage will continue to grow and get better and better.
Let's get around Bailey.
Coach, talk about your work against their 3-2 second half. They ran it a lot. And then number 2, do you think that it kind of gave you a reset offensively in the sense that you guys were able to just get yourselves together, get aligned and attack?
We prepared for it, but not as much as their man. And when you look at last year, I think they played 15 possessions of zone the whole year. This year, they played 1 possession. You know, our staff did a really good job looking at that. But once you start executing, and I think that's why they went zone. We were doing a great job executing against the man, and I thought their zone slowed us down. I think we missed 3 out of 4, and then he had a steal layup, and that gave us some energy. We had to put, anytime it was a set defense, it was man. I mean, it was zone. So we got to do a better job executing against it. But we made the shots when we, in particular, Vince late in the shot clock. I think we were up 3. It made us up 5 with 14 seconds left. And I thought that was the deciding basket of the game. I think the winning basket of the game was an incredible dime dropped by Malik on the lob. You know, so I'm gonna take 100% zero credit for that pass because I thought the screen was better than the dunk and the pass was better than the screen. So I'll give him all the credit on that, as that was something that we were, you know, that we had to take a look at. I thought that was the game-winning shot.
Max, relive that play. Talk us through that play.
We came out, it was out of timeout set, we kind of drew up. I was kind of trying to read the defense. I thought they was on it, honestly, when I looked at the block to the big. He was kind of looking at me, kind of anticipating it, but Deshaun set a great screen, so I trusted Vince and threw it up there, let him go get it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Nate, and then we'll get over to Mike.
Coach, what was the message at halftime, especially about being physical?
Well, they had a little bit more energy than us to start, you know, so you have to give them credit, and it's a credit to their age. And we felt that, and then they got us in deep foul trouble. But I thought our guys, the game's 2 halves, and that's the good part. You know, we made a mental, emotional adjustment at halftime. It wasn't so much a systematic adjustment, it just was more the mindset and understanding of it. And I thought we came out with a lot of energy. I thought we came out with a physicality, but our pace really picked up. The first half, we didn't have the offensive pace that we wanted. And again, you know, people look at Georgetown and they don't understand we have one of the more dynamic backcourts in the country, right? And I don't want us to take that for granted. And they're learning, their chemistry is coming together. I thought they were as good as any backcourt in the country today. Outstanding job by these gentlemen today. They controlled the entire second half. Did we sub you guys in the second half?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. You know, hey, sorry, get in shape. I don't know what to tell you. But it was, you know, when you're rolling like that, and the guys let me know when they don't want to come out, but sometimes you got to give them a little break. But the extended timeouts, you know, the game wasn't played as quick in the second half because of the foul. Let's get to the free throw line.
And then you're the only Big East school now with 2 Power Conference wins. What does that mean to have these wins under your belt heading into just the second half of the non-conference schedule?
Well, I'm happy for it. I mean, the Big East will respond to that. You know, I'm not looking at it compared to what the Big East is doing. We just have to continue to grow, get better, right? Learn from the mistakes, but really appreciate the strengths that we have. And our strength is in the numbers. We didn't have to go as deep today because I thought the chemistry that was on the floor allowed us to win the game today. So if we had to go deep into that, we would have.
And then KJ, a career high in points for you today. What was working for you today?
You know, transition, getting to the free throw line, and just, you know, like Coach said, you know, being more physical in the second half. I don't think I was that physical in the first half. And I mean, credit my teammates for finding me in transition.
Thanks.
Let's go right here to Mike, and we'll get that mic over to John Tizon.
Hey Malik, real quick. In the second half, when Julius got his 5th foul and both when Vince got his 4th, you guys huddled up as a team and talked amongst each other, and then and they continued to hold the fort down and continue to, you know, lead the charges you guys were doing to come out with the win. What was that conversation like to both Julius and Vince to keep their heads up and keep them locked into the game?
Just knowing that we got their back, we asked them to play physical defense, and sometimes it's a little bit too physical and they get called for the foul, so we got to just do a better job of playing defense without fouling, but we let them know that they playing good defense and we got their back. Clemson did a good job feeding the post today, and we just letting them know, like, y'all gonna play one-on-one defense and we gonna come rebound, we gonna help y'all rebound. So just letting them know that we had their back, and then talking amongst each other, like, when that shot go up, we gotta go help the bigs rebound because they playing one-on-one defense down low.
And KJ, this was your first home game where you got a chance to see a glimpse of Georgetown culture from the fans' perspective, and you know, I saw your energy out there. You really getting into it. I'm not getting into it, but like really embracing what the fans are giving you with your play. How did that feel out there today?
It feels good. I mean, I think they answered the message that we, you know, asked them to come out and support the last game. And I don't think they realize how much we needed them this game, and we're going to continue to need them. And, you know, we love the fans here, and, you know, we're going to continue to play hard for y'all.
Let's go to John Titel, and then we'll hit Gideon.
For Coach, I know the goal is to be playing your best ball in March, but since you're one of 13 power conference teams in the nation right now who are 4-0, do you feel you should be ranked in the top 25 when the next poll comes out?
You know, again, the polls don't mean much to me. You know, it's really someone's opinion, and I appreciate when they do vote for us, but that's not our goal. You know, if they feel we're worthy of it, I appreciate the time and energy that they put in and to put their ballot out there. I think we should get rid of preseason rankings because they don't mean anything. If anything, it's a bias because it gives the energy to the people that are ranked with their fan base and their schools or whatever. I think the system should be changed to, you know, similar to what the BCS does, you know, wait 3 or 4 weeks and see where people, then you can get a look at them. Many teams have been ranked #1 in the country and didn't make the tournament. So it's someone's opinion. If we're worthy to be ranked, great. Do we want to be ranked? Of course you do. But that's not our purpose. Our focus is on our next game, continue to get better, appreciate those who do, you know, and, you know, kind of go from there. You know, if you see our body of work and what we're doing and where we're trying to go, I think we're one of the best teams in America. I really do. Again, we have some flaws, but a lot of teams have flaws. I look at what we do well. We defend, we have fun, we share, we love one another, we respond to adversity, and we kind of move on. And if we can do that, we'll find ourselves continue to build and grow.
Let's go right here to Gideon.
Hey, Coach.
Hi, Gideon.
You mentioned the backcourt that you have there. They end today with 2 turnovers, 9 assists.
Mm-hmm.
How important is their ability up there to take care of the ball and get others involved?
Very important. Like, you know, I'd rather have a shot attempt than a pick 6 or open air turnover. I think they have a lot of pride protecting the ball. And again, you have a junior and a junior, right? I don't know if you could have sat here last year, a year from today, and say that. You see Malik's growth, his maturity, right? The leader of the team. You see an emerging backcourt trying to learn and have an identity together. They're going to be at the top of everyone's scouting report. And I believe this, when you can overcome a scouting report, when you play above your scouting report, those guys are called all league players and pros, right? So again, they're gonna be 1A and 1B on someone's scouting report. And so far, through 4 games, they've been able to deliver above and beyond that.
And Malik, it looked like you guys struggled a little bit towards the end of the first half with their pick and roll. You're getting some open shots.
You said with their pick and roll?
Yeah. Did you make any adjustments in the second half coming out on how you were defending that?
I think we stayed in the same ball screen defense, but it was really just on the point guard or whoever's guarding the ball to get over the screens and knowing your personnel, knowing who you guard, knowing what their strong suits are. So we stayed in the same coverage, but it was just an emphasis on the guards to get through those screens and maintain the ball. So once we was able to do that, we could play defense the way we want to and make Clemson have to score on a set defense.
And just one more, KJ, Isaiah Abraham had a massive block in the second half. How big was that play for you guys?
It was an energizer. I mean, I think Zay didn't realize how impactful that play was, you know, outside defense helping, you know, your brother out. And, you know, it gave everybody on the court and through, you know, the whole building energy. And I think we needed that for that little run we went on after that.
Yeah, with this group, I think just like anything, defense is a will and a want. You don't have to be the most skilled person. You don't have to be, if you really want to defend and you try to get stops collectively and you instill that into your organization, it kind of energizes the person next to you. If I see him playing that hard and I see him playing that hard, you know, it kind of festers, and that's something that we hope to continue to build on. We hang our hat on our toughness and our defense because the ball's not always going to go in. And again, little by little, the ball will start going in from 3. But again, our identity is not on the offensive end. We hang our head on trying to be physical, connected, a will and a want to try to defend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone.